Most people shopping for a hybrid SUV in 2026 think they are making a smart financial decision. They are wrong at least half the time. Right now, 5 hybrid SUVs sitting on dealer lots will drain your wallet faster than a gas-guzzling truck from 2 decades ago. We are talking about models that hemorrhage value the moment you sign the paperwork, cost thousands more to own than the sticker price suggests, and in some cases leave you stranded with a repair bill that rivals a down payment on a second car. But here is the thing. 2 hybrids in this exact segment are genuinely brilliant buys, holding value, staying reliable, and saving you real money over 5 years of ownership. Today, we are breaking down all 7 of them, the 5 you need to walk away from, and the 2 you should be running toward. Before we get into the first model, if you have ever felt burned by a car purchase that looked great on paper and turned into a financial nightmare in real life, hit that like button right now. It takes 1 second and it helps us keep producing research like this for free. Let us go from bad to worse. Number 5 on the avoid list, the Nissan Rogue Hybrid. On the surface, the Rogue looks like a sensible choice. It carries the Nissan badge, it sits in the most competitive segment in America, and the fuel economy numbers printed on the window sticker sound genuinely impressive. But once you peel back the marketing, the problems pile up fast. The Rogue Hybrid loses roughly 36% of its value in the first 2 years of ownership, shedding around $9,000 from an average transaction price near $29,000. That is not catastrophic by luxury car standards, but in the compact SUV segment, where buyers expect durability and long-term value, it is a serious red flag. Here is why that depreciation is happening. Nissan has been quietly retreating from the American market for years. The brand ranked near the bottom of every major consumer reliability survey in 2024 and 2025, and the Rogue has not escaped that reputation. Owners report transmission shuddering in stop-and-go traffic, which is precisely the kind of driving a hybrid powertrain is supposed to handle effortlessly. The hybrid battery cooling system has been flagged in multiple owner forums for underperforming in extreme heat, which is a meaningful issue if you live anywhere in the South or Southwest. Dealers know the Rogue's resale trajectory. When you walk into a showroom and the salesperson offers you an unusually aggressive deal on a brand new Rogue, that generosity is not charity. It is a signal that the used market for this vehicle is already soft, and they need to move units before the numbers get worse. There are better options in this price range, and we will get to them. Number 4. The Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. Mitsubishi markets the Outlander plug-in hybrid as a sophisticated all-wheel drive family hauler, with an electric range that cuts your gas spending in half. That pitch sounds compelling until you look at what owners are actually experiencing. The Outlander PHEV sheds roughly 40% of its value within 24 months of purchase, erasing nearly $13,000 from a typical selling price of $32,000. The electric-only range of roughly 38 miles sounds reasonable on paper, but real-world performance tells a different story. Owners consistently report achieving between 22 and 28 miles of actual electric range in mixed conditions, and that number drops significantly in cold weather. During a Minnesota winter, some owners documented electric range falling below 15 miles, which effectively turns an expensive plug-in hybrid into a conventional hybrid you paid a premium to charge. The warranty situation compounds the problem. Mitsubishi's financial struggles have been well documented, and nervous buyers are watching the brand's long-term commitment to the American market with genuine skepticism. When there are questions about a manufacturer's stability, resale values do not just slip, they fall. Dealer incentives on the Outlander PHEV have been running deep, sometimes reaching $6,000 below MSRP on brand new models. When you see that kind of discount on a new car, the used market for that same model is already underwater. Number 3. The Jeep Grand Cherokee Force. Jeep attempted something ambitious with the Grand Cherokee Force. They took America's most iconic off-road nameplate, attached a plug-in hybrid powertrain to it, priced it at $60,000, and expected buyers to line up. The market responded with something closer to a shrug. The 4xe loses 47% of its value in under 2 years, meaning owners are watching $28,000 evaporate from their investment. That is an almost incomprehensible number for a vehicle that was supposed to represent Jeep's modern premium evolution. Stellantis, Jeep's parent company, has been in institutional freefall. In 2024 and 2025, Stellantis issued recall after recall across nearly every model in their lineup. The Grand Cherokee 4xe was not spared. Owners reported battery management system errors triggering unexpectedly, sometimes locking the vehicle into electric-only mode at highway speeds, other times refusing to charge properly even when connected to a functioning Level 2 charger. The plug-in hybrid system that was supposed to deliver the best of both worlds delivered neither with consistency. The real-world electric range of roughly 25 miles was already modest compared to competitors. Add unreliable charging behavior, and you have a system that frustrated owners routinely bypassed in favor of running the vehicle as a conventional gasoline SUV, which completely defeats the purpose of paying the hybrid premium. Dealer lots have been stacking up with unsold 4xe inventory for well over a year. That inventory pressure destroys used values, and there is no recovery in sight until Stellantis gets their quality story under control, which does not appear imminent. Number 2. The Alfa Romeo Tonale PHEV. This one hurts to say, because the Tonale is genuinely beautiful. Alfa Romeo's design team built something striking in a segment full of anonymous sheet metal, and the plug-in hybrid variant sounded like a compelling package when it was announced. Then reality intervened. The Tonale PHEV hemorrhages 53% of its value in under 2 years, destroying roughly $26,000 from a starting price near $48,000. For a vehicle in this price bracket, that depreciation is staggering. The foundational problem is that the Tonale PHEV was built on the same Stellantis platform as the Jeep Compass and the Dodge Hornet, which means it shares their electrical architecture, their quality control issues, and their troubled service network. Owners have documented infotainment systems that reboot themselves mid-drive, lane-keeping systems that activate without input at highway speeds, and in several documented cases, complete electrical shutdowns that required flatbed towing. One owner in Arizona described taking her Tonale to the dealership 6 times in 11 months for the same recurring electrical fault. The dealership logged the issue 6 times, performed software updates 6 times, and returned the car 6 times without a resolution. Alfa Romeo's service network is also genuinely thin. If you live outside a major metropolitan area, the nearest certified Alfa Romeo service center may be over an hour away, which transforms any warranty repair into a significant disruption to your daily life. The Italian styling will catch eyes in any parking lot, but the ownership experience will make you wish you had bought something less interesting and more dependable. Number 1 on the avoid list, the Volvo XC60 Recharge. This is the one that will surprise people. Volvo has spent years building a reputation as the premium safe choice, and the XC60 is genuinely beloved. But the plug-in hybrid Recharge variant is financially treacherous. It loses 58% of its value in the first 2 years, erasing $35,000 from an average transaction price near $60,000. That is the worst depreciation figure in this segment by a significant margin, and understanding why reveals something important about how the hybrid premium works against buyers in the used market. The XC60 Recharge occupies a strange position in the market. At $60,000 new, it competes with BMW, Mercedes, and Audi. But its used value collapses so severely that 2-year-old examples trade in the mid to low 20s. A price bracket where buyers are shopping Kias and Hyundais, not Swedish premium SUVs. That mismatch between perceived brand prestige and actual resale reality makes the XC60 Recharge toxic on a used car lot. The plug-in hybrid system itself is technically capable, delivering a real-world electric range of around 22 miles, which is honest but unremarkable. The bigger issue is that Volvo's parent company Geely has been navigating significant financial turbulence, and buyers in the used market are pricing uncertainty about long-term parts availability and software support directly into their offers. A $60,000 car that no used buyer wants at $35,000 is not a deal. It is a wealth destruction machine. The leasing numbers confirm it. Volvo has been pushing extraordinarily aggressive lease deals on new XC60 Recharge models to move inventory. And when those leases mature, they flood the used market with off-lease examples that suppress prices further, creating a feedback loop that Volvo cannot seem to break. If you are realizing that a car you were about to buy is on this list, drop a comment below telling us which one. We read every single comment on this channel, and knowing which models people are researching helps us decide what to cover next. And if this breakdown is saving you from a serious financial mistake, that subscribe button is right there. Now here is where it gets genuinely good. Winner number 2, the Honda CR-V Hybrid. Honda has been building reliable vehicles for long enough that their engineering philosophy is essentially institutional memory at this point. The CR-V Hybrid is the product of decades of powertrain refinement, and it shows in every ownership metric that matters. The CR-V Hybrid retains roughly 68% of its value after 2 years, holding approximately $21,000 of its original $31,000 transaction price. In a segment where 50% depreciation in 2 years has become disturbingly common, that number is extraordinary. The two-motor hybrid system Honda developed for the CR-V does not use a conventional transmission. It operates more like a series hybrid at low speeds and transitions to a direct mechanical drive at highway speeds, a design that eliminates the transmission as a failure point and delivers seamlessly smooth acceleration in exactly the stop-and-go traffic that traditional automatic gearboxes handle poorly. Fuel economy in real-world driving consistently comes in between 38 and 42 miles per gallon in mixed conditions, and owners in urban areas report numbers closer to 44. That is not a marketing figure. Those are numbers that owners with trip computers and receipts have been documenting for years. The interior quality is honest rather than luxurious, which turns out to be a feature rather than a flaw. Honda builds surfaces and switchgear to last, not to impress in a showroom. 5 years of daily use does not reveal hidden cheapness the way it does in some European competitors. The cargo area is genuinely practical. The rear seating is among the most comfortable in the segment, and the driver assistance technology works consistently without the phantom activations that plague some competitors. Reliability surveys from Consumer Reports and J.D. Power have placed the CR-V Hybrid at or near the top of the compact SUV category for 3 consecutive years. When a vehicle earns that kind of sustained recognition from independent sources, it is not marketing. It is a pattern. The CR-V Hybrid is not the most exciting vehicle on this list. It is something more valuable. It is trustworthy. Winner number 1, the Toyota RAV4 Hybrid. Nothing in this segment, and arguably nothing in any mainstream segment, does what the RAV4 Hybrid does. It is the gold standard against which every other hybrid crossover in America is measured, and the gap between it and the competition is wider than it has ever been. The RAV4 Hybrid retains 72% of its value after 2 years, holding roughly $25,000 of a typical $34,000 transaction price. Think about that number in context. Some vehicles on the avoid list in this video lost $28,000 in the same time frame. The RAV4 Hybrid does not just avoid losing value, it actively builds it. In several documented cases from 2024 and early 2025, Used RAV4 hybrids with fewer than 15,000 miles were selling at prices equal to or higher than their original purchase price. A phenomenon so rare in the automotive world that it has its own nickname among car enthusiasts. It does not happen by accident. Toyota's hybrid system, which they call Toyota Hybrid System 2, has been in continuous development and refinement since the first-generation Prius was introduced nearly 3 decades ago. The system in the RAV4 Hybrid has been engineered with such conservative tolerances and such extensive real-world validation that it routinely operates for well over 200,000 miles without major powertrain intervention. The 200,000-mile figure is not an aspiration. It is a documented reality verified by owners, independent mechanics, and fleet operators across the country. Fuel economy consistently lands between 38 and 41 miles per gallon in mixed driving, with urban commuters routinely reporting figures above 42. The all-wheel drive system is electric motor-driven on the rear axle, which means it responds in milliseconds rather than the fractions of a second required by mechanical systems. In rain, snow, and loose terrain, that response time is meaningful. Real-world towing capacity of up to 1,500 pounds handles most recreational trailers and utility cargo. Interior space is generous across all 3 rows of the cabin, with cargo capacity that competes directly with vehicles from a full-size class above. The driver interface is clean, logical, and consistently praised for being operable without consulting a manual. Toyota Safety Sense, the standard active safety suite, includes radar-guided cruise control, automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning with correction, and automatic high beam control, all calibrated to function predictably rather than aggressively. The insurance rates on the RAV4 Hybrid are lower than segment averages because insurers have years of actuarial data confirming that this vehicle does not generate expensive claims. The total cost of ownership over 5 years on a RAV4 Hybrid is among the lowest of any vehicle in its price bracket, factoring in depreciation, fuel, insurance, and maintenance. There is a reason dealer inventory of RAV4 hybrids regularly sits near zero, while Grand Cherokee Forks models collect dust on lots across the country. The market figured this out before we made the video. Here is the honest summary. The hybrid SUV market in 2026 is not a level playing field. 5 of the most prominently marketed models in this segment will cost you tens of thousands of dollars in depreciation, reliability headaches, and hidden ownership expenses that never show up in the window sticker. 2 of them will reward you for buying them. The RAV4 Hybrid and the CR-V Hybrid are not perfect vehicles. They have their limitations and their compromises. But they are honest, they are dependable, and they will still be worth buying on the used market half a decade from now, which is more than most of their competitors can claim. If this breakdown helped you think through a purchase decision, share it with someone who is car shopping right now. It costs you nothing, and it might save them a serious financial mistake. Hit that like button if we earned it, and subscribe so you catch the next breakdown before you make your next move. We will see you then.